default queue requests. And I've got it again. Default something. Default queue request, yeah. Look, it's not called. Aha. Well, that explains why nothing happened when I edited it. Why is this not called? No, this says it all. Don't call this function twice or when add request was already called by the user. So we have to detect where add request is being called by the user. Especially when it is not. I'm just surprised that I don't see a hello triangle in this list. It's commented out, but still, add request. I think I know why. Yeah, or not. PRS maybe. Tests. Yeah. Tests. max depth for source. Vulkan. You would say that S includes it, though. Is it not? It should include it, but okay. So S gives me examples. Hello, triangle. Width. There it is. Okay. Thus, this is not called because we do not override prepare logical device. Causing us to call this one. Well, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would call that function from this virtual function, maybe, or maybe not. Let's not do that. Let's look at prepare logical device, where that is being called, and then we can just check if the function is, well, if what is it? Add queue request was called. And the function was called set default something. I have really no idea. This one. Let's see if that works. So default request is a member of device create info. Dang. Well, okay. Request cookie is not a power of 2. Looks like undefined. No, it's an int, so do I always have to specify a cookie? Oh, extreme. ABHD. Wrong. Run it from here. I guess I didn't run it from here, of course not. I ran it from here. Yeah, there it is. I need a breakpoint here. to understand where this FFF comes from. Break there, run from the beginning, and then we have to run until already. Sure. Okay, that's not useful. Not being called from there. Comes from the submit request. And I suppose I can go up where insert key is being called. It should be here. Even further up. I want to see it printed though. In the meantime, out frame 2. Print submit request. Okay, the request cookies here. And go up. Still all F's. So that is a member of immediate submit. Probably just constructed with it. Yeah, I think so. I'm seriously moving the submit request and then I'm printing it. Not good. I guess I'll just print m submit request here. Still should contain more or less the same data. So yeah, let's put a breakpoint here. Construction of the oops. It's strange, it's not warning me that the source file is newer than the binary. Yeah, well, that is not all F's. It's also another power of 2. Might not be assigned yet. So next. At line 22. Nobody knows. Okay, now it should be constructed. Yeah, that's all F's. Let's see if this is still intact. Carpe Diem and Victor and Exit. Got to print it in hex, right? No, what happened? No, that's strange. This doesn't make any sense. Let's print it. Well, all F's. Okay, still intact. No, wait, not intact. Yeah, well, actually this one, yeah. I'm printing it here. I don't know what happens. Okay, so we go up. No. Yeah, I just printed the wrong thing, right? Let's run it again and then just print submit request instead of m submit request at the moment that you get here. No matter what though, it should be the first argument of the constructor of immediate submit, which is this thing here. I don't know whatever that is. It's constructed from the logical device and this pointer. It is a bit vague, isn't it? So what the hell is happening there? Gotta run it again. Before moving. Printing without moving. Free after June, by the way. Don't tell me I cannot print this as hex. Ridiculous. Consider that a bug in GDB. Should not treat this different than a normal reference. Anyway, that means that the immediate submit request was constructed, I think. From these things. So I have an immediate submit here. And that takes a request. And the request is constructed from the logical device and an immediate submit task. Aha, there we are. So the queue request key is then the transfer key plus the transfer request cookie that we get from the logical device. So it's part of the logical device. Go back, print the logical device. It's just a pointer. It's probably a lot. Let's just highlight transfer. There it is. So it's called m-transfer cookie. Which is set by this call. Or possibly it was never set. Let's see what this is doing. Request cookie type is cookies type of the queue request. Oh, that's just an uint. Oh, it means any cookie. Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. A previous request that is going to be combined with a possible bit mask with request cookies that this request applies to. I wonder if it was explicitly set. Yep, that's being printed. Queue request cookies. This comes from get queue requests on the device create info. Yeah, I think that we know enough. Not of fine details, but glowontum, no, I cannot. Let me think. Yeah, there it is. The default cookie is just any cookie, which is that value. And I'm not setting a cookie here. And I think that should work. So, where's my assert? So this assert is not really correct then. What do you mean a single window? So even talking about transfer thing here. Weird assert. Oops. No, I'm gonna assume that any cookie is also okay, but request. No, that worked. But yeah. It's not really a good test. I guess I should do test it on textures. On textures maybe a bit much. Something like something simple but with the texture. As if I have that. No, uniform buffers has a texture. It's a logical device. So here I'm requesting presentation for the root window. And we have a specific cookie for the transfer. But if I just don't do that and use the default, and I want that to work as well. Nope. What is the problem here? Ooh, a real segmentation fault. Let's make sure that it is caused by my last change. And it isn't. Or maybe it is, but it's an assert. Something changed. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, let's say it worked in the sense that I saw my triangle, which means that I should not call this when MRQ request is not empty. But on the other hand, yeah. I should just do it in here, I think. Well, that works. Now I do want to see the textures as well. That would be even more cool if that would work with the default. Wait, where's my logical device? Wait, the other one I commented out inside or the outside? I think the outside, right? The whole function. Otherwise it would still not work. Okay. That's not working. That's not very helpful. Normally I use paranoia check when I don't think the assert can fail, but I'm just not 100% sure. But then if it fails, it doesn't tell me how to fix it. Forget what I mean. So then you still have a hard to debug problem. And this looks like a problem that can occur when the user does something wrong. I mean, I just didn't define a virtual function now. So I have to dig into this. Why does it happen? And how can I explain what is wrong there in the comments? What it does is find in sorted bindings and flags an element that is the same binding and state flags that is already in there. And if it exists, then you have a problem. So that would be this one, the binding and the state flags of this thing here. So we look for that in the debug output. There should it being called twice for the same values. At this point it's being called for binding 0 and a combined image sampler. No, it's state flags, right? Binding 0 of the fragment shader. And then we scroll up. Okay, maybe I should just click on this one. Same thing, fragment, binding 0 fragment. That was a long time ago-ish. Yep. Well, the next question is, why is that happening? Don't say much. Here's another one. So the same thing. So why did it not crash then? What's a different this pointer? So this pointer must be the same as well. Well, I guess it is. This pointer here. 7FF 3C8 ends on 5648. Nope. This is a totally different. And highlight that and look upwards. I'll click on this. So this is the culprit. This is the same this pointer, and only have a binding 0 fragment shadow. No, that's the bottom. We are at the bottom, and that's the only one. What? Okay, now we don't know what is happening. It's a bit fake. Yeah, okay, anyway, why do we get here then? Pipeline factory push back the script set layout binding. No freaking clue. Oh, hi, Sasha. Yeah, that's a difficult problem, I think. Difficult problem. I have to look at it separately. Tja, wasn't even the problem. Nope. Okay, now I think the problem is something way deeper and more difficult. You can work on this, but then first I want to commit everything I did. Get a clean sheet. So this is now working. And then the docs. No, wait. I'll look at this next month. Yeah, so in the sense that I want to keep the triangle thing, the hello world thing, as simple as possible. I'm just going to delete this whole file right now. Oh. Or I mean, I have to document it, but I don't know when. When and where? It's a difficult question, isn't it? I think I did use that cookie. But we did not use the other cookie. And then of course the question is, do I really have to pass the cookie here? Create a root window. Extend request cookie. Here's another one, also with cookie. Yep, penalty, you need to pass cookie. Such a slave driver. Demanding people pass cookies. No, okay then, so I'm going to delete all of this then. Nobody will understand why that class even exists. Toc toc toc. Okay then. Every time create root window is called, an int cookie must be passed. This cookie is matched against the cookies used in the virtual function prepare logical device. See below in order to determine which presentation queue family to use for that window and related windows. Okay, say something about the transfer cookie. Now I'm in. Maybe I should add a comment here about that. It might be more efficient to combine the graphics and the presentation queue. But if I'm wondering if the default is even doing that. I think it should. Yeah. I think I have to change my default to try to combine it. So I want to know if the queues are currently already combined. How the hell do you find that out? Go to hello triangle. And now find in this file which queues exist. Okay, anyone got an idea what to search for? Queue maybe? That's thread pool queue. Requested queue what? Requested queue request. Okay. So you see we request a graphics queue, one of them, any cookie, one presentation, and also any cookie and one transfer. Okay, so the request for the graphics queue gives the reply queue family 0, 1 queue. Flex e graphics. And the request for the presentation queue, well, also queue family 0. And now the question is it going to combine those two? Or do we get two separate queues from the same family? I'm not sure. Let's search for queue. Instructing priorities per family. think it creates 3 queues. Yeah. Oh, that's not the most efficient thing then. Should be able to actually see the creation of the queue at some point. Acquire queues. Yeah, see it here. It found 3 queue replies that support both, but 0 requests for it. It's explicitly no combination of the two. Okay, so easy to change. So I'd have to change this array in a way that it wants to combine them. How the hell do I do that? So add queue request, device create info. Maybe MQ request is the thing, right? Yeah, this is a vector of queue request. Yeah, that's it. So calling add queue request does a pushback of queue request with just whatever you pass to it. And returns a reference to the device create info, which is just this pointer. And then if you call combine on that, that says combined. Well, in the current thing, it says combine the width So it is currently not supported to combine 3 or more requests. If queue request max number of queues equals 0, then we set it to, well, we already have that, priority probably should be set to, it's set to the same priority as the previous one. It's simply a pushback. MQ flexes that. Yeah, so it's equivalent to this one, except that the priority is set to the same priority as the previous one. And combined with is set to the index, I think. Yeah, of the previous one. Now I have not set a priority here. It's strange in itself, but I guess that's also taken care of it. I'm not sure if this is even going to work, but okay. I said combined with to 0, because that is the previous one, right? That you would say that would work, but does it? Because what is combined with set then by default to? Combined with, it's undefined probably. Yeah, it's a vector index. So I can't even do this. Cannot just set it to 0. Or is this like a constructor? But even then, I don't think this will compile. Let me try that. Yeah, it fails in a vague way. Cannot convert initializer list. Doesn't even say why. Very unclear. Maybe I should just explicitly set it afterwards. Let's see. That's a const expression. That makes it extra difficult. Okay, so combined with is a queue request index, which is a vector index, which has a const expression with a size type, as long as it is explicit. think the only way I can make it explicit, maybe, because there is a bloody assignment here. If I static cast this to a size type. There's something nobody will find out, and I run into this compile error here. And it is not working, which was kind of like expected. Because I'm pretty sure it still uses an assignment here, not a constructor. I don't think I have an assignment for there. In the end it's going to use a constructor, right? But this is copy assignment or copy constructor. I don't know what it is. It's a special name. The whole thing doesn't even have an assignment operator. Is that even possible at all? Let me make a test case. I hate that so much. You just open a web page and they screw with your paste buffer. Don't do that. Oh, the nonsense of filling in my yeah, braces or whatever, parentheses, explicit const expression, vector index, standard size type, whatever. Where's that defined? Nobody knows. C string, I think. Well, so now I have I want to have a function that takes a vector index. Okay, so passing a size type. Well, we need a vector index, so that's an implicit conversion, and that's not allowed because this is explicit. Yep. could not convert size type to vector index. But it worse than that. I just want to construct it like that and use designated initialization. Oh wait, so I need a constructor here. Yeah, I need a second struct. So F takes an A, and A is constructed with these braces with an initializer list, and that means that the first thing here is well, I want M value, so right. This is how it works, and now I'm confused. Fuck. Alt stop. The vector index has an explicit cons expression thing, a private size type. Control T. Let's make this private. Let's see. That's my Q index. It is used in for a struct. That's an actual struct then. Okay, I have a Q request struct. Combined with type of that is a vector index. And then the Q request is being used as an argument of an array. Oh, that's really horrible. It's not even a normal array. Let's try to reproduce this just with the designated initialization here. So I'm gonna call a function that takes a Q request then, instead of an array. Okay, so we call F. I need a queue request. I want to construct it, and I want to use designated initialization combined with. But it is vector index. Yeah, I think this is pretty close. Definitely not going to compile. Oops, that's an F. Void. I don't see what the problem is here, but okay. I'll just remove the unused parameter A. Shut up. Could not convert SZ from brace and close initializer list to queue request. Would be nice if it said why. I already have an idea. I think that maybe if I just use vector index here, then it might work. Yeah, that was easy. Yeah, so before the assignment I have to make it the type of the combined with, which means that the size type is bullshit. So the combined with this type, which is just Vulkan something, which is an index, which I can construct from a size type. Damn it. Undeclared identifier queue index, queue request index. We're not inside Vulkan. Or I didn't include this. Yep, we're inside VK defaults. Not in Vulkan. Could have seen that here. That seemed to have worked. Yeah, so HT, write that to file again. Look in the file. And then look for Q again. Let's see, the request is now graphics presentation combined with number 0. So now it should work, right? Priority is 1, so that's correct. Nope. So the priorities was even further down, I think. Get Q. Yeah, there we are. Found 2 queue replies that support eGraphics presentation and 1 queue request that requested them. So the presentation service graphics queue and presentation queue now have the same handle. That's the trick. So this worked. And then with a good conscience I can change the documentation here. Simply. If they only knew. Well, that's enough documentation for a single line that is not being used. Now I think about it, I wanted to wrap these virtual function stuff in an info block. Well, I forgot how to do that, of course. Something with capture and then, I don't know, capture. Debug outputs. Important. That's all I have. Well, it's like that, but just different. I think it's LV node, LV info, NV node. I don't know anymore. Should look here. Tip LV node. Yeah, then it's orange around it. I think everything is Linux Zero now. I think I might as well use gray. What shall I use? Oh, either info node or yeah. I think I'll use the LV. So LV node. This one. And I want to use that for the virtual functions. So that here, consult. Like that. I probably don't need that anymore. Well, let's leave it for now. Still need to add my capture line. I have a capture though already. Find the capture line. And then we have more virtual functions here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And capture. Look at that. Pew. Let me try that. Blub. Reload. What? Yeah, too much white space, I think. Let me remove this, see how that looks. No, maybe not enough. I don't know. I think the code doesn't stand out enough. I'll put something in front of it. Text. What do you think? Is that better? I think maybe I just put that above it. There should probably be a link to where we mentioned it before. Yeah, like here maybe. I have the same problem with all the other places. Like this text belongs to what happens above that, and then I just want to start new code and then start describing the code. But it's not really clear, you know, that a new paragraph starts here. It might be slightly more clear to have at least one sentence above each code that refers to the code below it. I could just draw a horizontal line here. So we know that we start with the next piece. Let's look how that looks like. Definitely a possibility. Oh, it's a long wide thing. Tja. I'll move the left edge to the center of the outer div. Guess we'll just try it. Not really getting it. What was the thing here? Extended HR. Unfortunately, I didn't even encounter a horizontal line. Can't even begin to describe what is wrong with this thing. It's still there, but yeah, not really. Where does that 0.8 come from? I disagree. It's not being smart. Let's be smart. For a start, I need to get my HR visible. Let's put it above the include so I can find it back faster. Still invisible. I wonder what is causing that. There it is. I think the absolute is causing it. So what happens if I just use the left 50%? Nothing. Nothing. Maybe the absolute is necessary then. Well, then it disappears. Line height, font size, background color. Do you think this doesn't have a width? No width. Ooh, it's behind this thing. How can I move it up? Oh, la, 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 la. Why am I not walking outside in the sun? Let's become a nice weather again. Okay, should do that. And what is the normal color of my text? don't think I did anything. Nope. Color is red. Apparently it's a border color. Yep, it's a border top color. Copy. It's not the text color. Reload. Oh, well, yeah, it's not as white anymore. But yeah, we don't want that one here. And don't want this white. Let's use this color here. Whatever color that is. Sorry. Nobody knows what color that is. Could be this one. Yep. Same as this one. So ugly. Looks it. So anyway, to stop giving classes function tags. I'm using constructors. Are you running Gentex? What I do is change to the object directory and then I run ctags on all the source files. And then I run Gentex on the text file. And that is being written to the text.vim, right? So if we look at that text file, then I have a class tag for my classes. That's a class. So I don't know why you get function tags. To also give you a chance to type it over. It's a Perl script. In case you don't have it, I don't know where I put it on the internet or not. So line 38 here. So put that at the top. And now the bottom is line 76, but yeah, the rest fits. I'm getting tired. I think I should go out for a walk or something like that. At this point I just want to make the horizontal line of my titles wider. Maybe even the background here. Not sure how I would do that though. Maybe also set it's really ugly like this. I think it should set that width to 100% maybe also. How does this look like when I resize it? Anyway. Oh, not too bad, it just works. More or less. It's not wide enough, or maybe there's nothing rendered here anyway. I even lost my sidebar, right? Make it too small. Ping! No sidebar. That's ridiculous. Where's my sidebar gone? Yeah, I think this works well enough. But I want this one as wide. Choose the hello triangle thingy. Can move it down as well. Sorry. Oh man. That's the one. Yeah, I think I have something for that by H2 or something. Didn't change anything. Yeah, it is an H2. Top content article H2. It's the A. I'm such an idiot. Line 152. Thirdish. Yeah, and then we need the same. Why do I have the feeling that this is not going to work on another browser? It's going to feel a bit hackish. What is position absolute even doing? Where the hell does that distance come from? What's this? Paragraph. Okay, the paragraph has a margin, and exactly below that my extended HR div starts, and then the HR whatever, and then you see below this purple block there's a small black line, I mean a black nothingness, and then the code starts. Now I go one down with my cursor, ping, and now we are at the div. So there's black there that is not part of anything. Really weird. But, okay. Nothing we can do about that. So now we do not move my my line up. See if we can do that in here. Click on this. It's not there. To do it here, I guess. Let's not move this. Let's just make an X. Now it's on the top of the div. Yeah. So that's what ChatGPT said about positioning. Positions relative to the nearest positioned and ancestor. That's that div. So I should make it probably translate. Okay, let's say the answer. Use the same words, it should work. Ancestor, same thing, probably. Nearest positioned ancestor. Okay, so above you said nearest position ancestor. How would I be able to get the height of that? Yeah, well. Okay. I could set it to 1 EM here. Let's see how that looks. And then no background color. And I translate it down, let's say -1 EM, -0.5 EM. Actually, I should probably keep my background for now so I can see where it is. Let's see. Oh, we reload. It's still on top of it. Strange. Oh, X. I'm an idiot. I need 20. Yeah. Minus 20 px, and then let's do a y minus a half. That was up, down, half. Okay, now my horizontal line is in the middle of this thing. There's a serious problem with this black stuff here, but I have no idea what it is, because I want to place this on top of this thing here. Oh, I use one ear. Well, doesn't matter. If you ask me, I just have to go down that same value. Yeah. Plus an unknown amount. Looks like 4 pixels or something like that. The other way around. Yeah, okay. Now I want to do the same thing for these. Let's first remove this. See if we still survive that. Yes. Okay. Now, let's see. So I need to know, rather, where that line comes from. Or already had that, I think. That was simply border top of the H2. So yeah, it's just H2. And then to make it wider, I'll have to make the H2 float, or make it absolute. So I have to wrap the H2 in a div. Boo-boo. If that's going to work, nobody knows. Plus, it's not. I don't like doing that. Too much HTML inside my markdown. Let's see if we can do it without that. So the H2. This one. I do lose my height though, which is unacceptable obviously. Ah, come on, must be possible to force the width larger than whatever. What? I just set it to 100% period. That does not work. Okay, so we set it to calc 100% plus. And then the same difference, twice the shift that I use now, which was 20, right? So plus 40 px. That seems to have worked. No need to make it absolute at all, apparently. Transform. Yeah. Easy as pie. Now we need padding or something, I guess. Yep. Let's figure out what that exactly is, really. So we go here, I have this thing here. Well, I just changed it. This thing here, content page. It's just the padding of the content page, which is 20. Am I still streaming? Because I lost my YouTube thing. Yep. Completely lost YouTube. No. Strange. But apparently recovered. Thank you, Hectic. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I clicked on the back. I clicked something wrong, and then I want to go back, but I was in a different window. I'm looking here, and I came here by, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to kill it. Inspect. Which is pretty annoying. You have this color here, and then you have to open that, and then find it, open it, and I wanted to change this one, which is H2. And that has defined, no, I was actually not looking here. I was going to look at this one. This one has a green bar there, and the green bar, I need the width of the green bar. That's padding. And the padding is defined here. So that would be the padding of dot content defined in, and I tried to copy this, but I couldn't. Just won't. Yeah, probably have to just type it. There, let's call it padding then. .273, which happens to be I think the amount of kelvins of 0 degrees Celsius, right? Sure, let's use that as variable then instead of 20px. Oh no, something went wrong. Shit. Mine is var, yeah. That fixed it. Amazing. This one is still broken. Probably the same problem. Yep. Probably putting too many there now. Yeah, okay. So maybe I should put a line here then, so above the every time or something. See if that works neatly. Nope, it does not. You get that. Then you get that. You gotta be kidding me. That didn't work at all. That worked. Okay, then finally we can continue with what comes after this. Static const expression. No, just that. Well, in that case, I'm gonna close it here, I guess, because that's not going to write a page-long documentation about a closing brace and the semicolon. Scroll. Beep. Ba-doop-doom. So yeah, close that here. The end. Which then means that you get a new chapter. Well, a new, what is it? A new header file, a new source file. What do we get after the logical device? Three files left. Suppose I should do this one first. And then the .cxx and then the triangle pipeline characteristic. This one is 150 lines long. It's pretty long. Well, at least it's 1,000 lines less than when you use a Vulkan API directly. Yeah, I think I'll do this one last, although it's a bit dubious. It's more like an afterthought then, because window.cxx really contains a lot. Maybe I should do that one last. But then if I do window.h first and then this one, it's, I don't know. Maybe start with this one. I think I'll start with this one. Starting to do larger and larger blocks because, yeah, come on. It's by now people should know that files begin with headers that are being included. So think that's a good start. Actually, I might need a little introduction before I start with code. So let's see how this reads. Hey, Post Bunny. And Kana Kalya. It's just the beginning. No. It's the ending stage of what is needed to draw a triangle, basically. I kind of covered almost everything, I think. Well, no, not quite actually, because they went on. But I'm starting to have covered quite a lot of what the Vulkan tutorial is talking about. So I analyzed it, sorted it, moved it around, removed one-on-one relationships that shouldn't be there, abstracted it, invented my own interface so it becomes more intuitive and harder to make errors. But the whole Vulkan engine, despite all that, still cannot do much. One of the main things that is missing is connecting pipelines to the render loop. I can create pipelines now, and I can, of course, that includes shaders, and then I can connect textures to the shaders. So you just create a texture object and then a pipeline factory of a pipeline characteristic object and a pipeline factory object, and then you say go. And then the texture is automatically loaded from this, decoded, uploaded to the GPU, connected to the shader, and so on and so on. But in the end, you still just have a triangle with a texture on it. More is needed to make it, well, interesting, I guess. What is this doing here? Now I have a setback of a whole year. I'll have to delete the whole website and start over. Oh, it's just that line. Okay, it's maybe not as serious then. Reload. Huh. Not bad. Okay. I think I should make dinner. And it's getting cold here. Why is it cold? Not enough clothes on, I guess. As discussed before, which doesn't link to anything. An application might need many pipelines. Yeah, okay, so where did I say that? So I can link to it. Probably here. Pipelines. Create numbers of pipeline objects. Okay, I'll just link to this command buffer thing then. VK command buffer. So the link is page VK. Oops. Command buffer in all lowercase. And then we need a huge amount of stuff here to make that work. I think I did it before though. So something with API. I guess it's this, I think this. So the current page, remove page name, make it relative, and add Vulkan API. Yeah. And then including the braces. Undo, redo, insert, paste. Make it fit on the line. Right, reload. Jump to the end. Wait, it's the wrong page. Jump to the end. And then we have a before here, and that jumps to VK command bar. Okay, cool. The leak works. Linux viewer allows the user to create pipelines in the background with pipeline factories. In the end, maybe that should link to something, but I don't have that yet. Each factory uses one or more pipeline characteristics. Is it not without the S here? Yeah, probably with. Class that describes a particular pipeline characteristic. By combining the characteristics as building blocks to build pipeline factories, it is possible to make use of code reuse. Well, I can't make anything of it. Did I type that correctly in one go? Whoa. I think I need I deserve a shoulder massage by a Post Bunny. Our Hello Triangle application has a single pipeline, and that is single pipeline factory that creates it. Comma or no comma? I go for no comma. That creates. Yeah, thank you. Ah, that would be so nice. Our Hello Triangle has a single pipeline, single pipeline factory that creates it, which uses a single characteristic, triangle pipeline characteristic, which describes the whole pipeline. And then we get the codes. Ones include window, include characteristic, pipeline characteristic even, include pipeline add vertex shader, include pipeline add fragment shader. And then lo and behold, the exact same includes that we did are used as base classes for our triangle pipeline characteristic. So what is the most logical text to get below that? I guess, you know, all those insecure people need to be reassured at that point. And I'll tell them the most trivial, obvious kick in an open door thing here. Because it feels good. Like I said before, to sometimes read something that you understand. Still using quotes. People might not recognize it if you suddenly leave away the quotes. So now at least it's more or less the same thing as a ball. Oh, I saw that before. Therefore, I understand it. I recognize it. I remember it. Therefore, I understand it. When I was on the university, I was at some point, I started to understand that I never explained anything. It's just recognizing and remembering. I heard that before. Yeah, I remember that I heard that before, and therefore I understand it. Just kidding. See, that's why I have to stop and start cooking, because I'm starting to ramble. Okay, Post. Or we can invent mass transfer thing, you know. So one of many movies where you just make a hole in the air and then stick your arm through it, and then the arm comes out in my room. The triangle pipeline characteristic is a pipeline characteristic. I've always been creative in the sense that my brain just makes up things, you know, like random things. And I think that's a joy in life to have. And at some point I tried to suppress it. I cannot even remember anymore why, but if you just speak your mind non-stop, then that didn't work for me socially. So I tried to suppress it. But certain things are random, but should not be suppressed, because they are just funny. They make life worth more. And strangely enough, I learned that only as a combination of being in Second Life. I've been in Second Life, I lived in Second Life for 10 years. When I was, I think, say, between the age of 45 and 55 or something like that. Maybe a few years earlier, one or 2 years earlier. And in Second Life, I took an avatar and a mental state that I would not be filtering myself at all. So anything that I was thinking, I was flapping it out. And I was hilarious. I mean, like when I was a child in middle school, or I did the same there. And I've been the most popular kid in middle school, without a doubt, both teachers and other students. I didn't know that, I didn't realize it, I was just being myself. But I had just such a fantasy and such a creative humor, it was probably the reason. But yeah, I had suppressing that. I had been suppressing that since I was, say, 12 and left middle school. And now I came to Second Life and I just started doing that again. And people thought I was funny. And then I went to, after that I became at some point a counselor or mentor kind of guy as a volunteer in an institution for, you know, highly gifted school dropouts, kids with psychological problems in history and stuff like that. How to call that? Baggage. Some reason I didn't feel like I had to filter myself. But, you know, among kids, I mean, they just accept how you are as well. So I was just, when I thought about something funny, I would say it or do it. I mean, give you an example. In the afternoon, or no, was it in around lunchtime? We would eat lunch together in a large room. So kids and how do you say that in English? Begeleiders. Well, the adults anyway, where they just all sitting, you know, through one another at the table. And let's say a boy is sitting next to me and he has put in a glass of water. And I would just pretend to steal his water, like looking the other way, you know. So I look one way and then, but my hand is moving to his glass. And I shift the glass a little bit. So it becomes from more or less his glass, becomes my glass. Just by shifting it 20 centimeters. And that then, I don't know, it just starts something, you know. And then before you know it, it's, I don't know, we were rolling around a billiard ball on the table, which was absolutely not allowed for some reason. I have no idea. I mean, the adults wanted that if you are eating lunch, you are eating lunch. You know, you have to eat. You cannot be playing at the same time. So I didn't get that. Point being, anyway, they saw that I had a contact with those children that nobody else had, and it didn't backfire. So both the kids and the other begeleiders, would say adults, I don't know how I would say that, the people in charge, they like me. For, yeah, I don't know, being more ongeremd. I don't know what is it in English. Ongeremd. I'll ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows Dutch. It's pretty cool. Uninhibited. Ah, yeah. So while I had been suppressing my creativity and spontaneous thoughts for decades, now I finally learned that people appreciate it if I'm more uninhibited. Genuine was what he says. Yeah, staff or faculty, yeah. So the paid people and their opinion counted, you know. So I feel a little bit more self-secure now, being just myself, but because my uninhibited behavior is really just being myself. I'm just scared of being myself in that way. But I try to do it more. So, for example, a few days ago, I was for the first time, yeah, still scared, going to a social meeting of the neighborhood here. So all my neighbors were there, and well, the whole neighborhood was there. I think there was like 30 or 40 people who come together in the neighborhood house to play cards. Very boring, but yeah, you know, old people. And normally, you know, I would have done everything to be conform and to not be weird and act like people expect. Scared to be, you know, being laughed at. But I think I finally passed that age. I don't care anymore when people laugh at me for being different. It's not my fault. It's their fault. So the example was, it was maybe almost raining, so I had an umbrella with me. And they were already playing, like they started in the beginning of the afternoon, and I came somewhere halfway. I just came there to look and ask a few questions and then see you know what it was, and I intend to go to actually go there and participate maybe next week or the week after that. But okay, so I just went down, looked around a little bit, and then I went away again, and I had to walk past large windows that are between the outside where the outside and where they are playing cards. And I was just, my impulse was to pretend that it was raining and the wind was blowing very hard. So I had, the sun was shining, by the way, there was no wind at all, no rain. But I pretended that it was the case. So I opened my umbrella and I put it with two hands in front of me as if the wind was blowing hard from the front. And I had to really push with my legs. And then even without looking inside, I just walked past the windows like that, you know. And at some point I glimpsed inside and I saw several people laugh. So that was a good... Yes, I like that. And even if they didn't laugh, it's just funny. Damn it. But I don't know. I'm not doing it to be funny. I do it because it just gets in my head. It just suddenly I think of like, let's act like that. Yeah, like a pantomime, I guess. But it's like before. Before I tried to come in and the automatic doors didn't open, so I couldn't get in. So then I walked to that same window, and my neighbor, the woman that lives next to me, was there. But because of the window, you don't even try to speak. It's like the window is stopping all noise. So I just gestured. So she pointed to the door, like the entrance is there, but I have been there, so I was pointing to that door as well, and then pointing like I have to walk around the building, and then I finished that same gesture like I've walked around the building 3 times, and she had to laugh again. I've actually made a lot of jokes with her. For example, when my kitchen was being renovated, I sent a postcard to both neighbors to warn them for the noise. And the neighbors on the right, I sent a postcard with dear Bets and Harry. From that date to that date, my kitchen will be renovated, and it might cause a disturbance or whatever. It's all blah 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 adults. And the other neighbor, who I can more be myself with her, so I sent her. What's it called? Even in Dutch is Dutch. Rouwkaart, that's it. Funeral card, mourning card. Yeah, mourning card was it. I sent her a mourning card, which basically said, okay, so please translate. Yeah, so it was a mourning card which said, I wish you strength in this difficult time. Because coming Friday, my kitchen would be... I don't know what word I use, but basically my kitchen would die, death of my old kitchen will happen next Friday, something like that. It's just a stupid way, or not stupid, but nobody writes cards like that to your neighbor. But I just do it because I don't want to be scared of being different. If I think of that and I think for a split second that it might be funny, I just want to do it. And then not care about the consequences. If she does not think it is funny, then, well, it's her problem. But she's kind of used to that I'm like that by now, so that's a good thing. In the meantime, I forgot what I was doing. Why did we even start this story? Yeah. there's way too many adults that think that you cannot be silly anymore, or if that's a word Postman used. Once you're an adult, and I really think that's a mistake. You should never lose that. Yeah, I should go cook. While I'm streaming here, I'm never funny. I'm just being super serious, coding and stuff like that. And when I was in Second Life, I was non-stop funny. It's just pure about being silly and idiot and, well, creative actually. Genius humor exists. Although I did get frustrated by the fact that I was the only one doing that. Almost the only one. Most people just can't. They don't have the creativity to be funny, it seems. I cannot remember if I already told this, but we have a certain kind of humor in the family, especially with my brother. Every time I see him, it's nothing but laughing. Oh, well, not nothing but a lot. And yeah, we just to understand each other. So last, and I don't know if I told that already, but I'll just tell you again then. I was seeing him again when we were going to see my parents. So my parents live protected, you know, because they have Alzheimer. So their front door is on an really, a courtyard. Yeah, perfect. But you should talk English to me. Well, to the people that look. So now, the only thing you have courtyard. So anyway, so I was walking. I came with my bike and I saw them already through one window. But then I had to bike around and go through a gate. And then walk 50 meters and then go through the front door. So I still had to go to the gate of the closed court. And so my brother saw me through the window when I arrived with my bike, and he knew I was coming. And when I opened the gate through the closed court, I saw him standing already at the front door. So I pretended very obviously very hard not to see him. So I was just completely coincidental opening that gate and walking in that direction, but not for him, not for that front door. You know, I was just, like I was a stranger, so I didn't look at him. I literally did not look at him. I just walked there, and then by the time I came at the front door, I was just looking around, you know, at the sky and to the left while the door was on the right. And then I just, while looking at the right, I was walking backwards a little bit. Pure coincidence, stepping in the open door. Because the full door was open. So I just accidentally stepped inside the house. You know, like that. And then I looked over my shoulder, finally. And then I saw my brother standing with his back to me, looking at the ceiling. So he completely mimicked me. And that is so funny. That is so funny. Then you feel like, yes, this family has the same humor. I just love that. And that is so much better than, you know, people that tell people that don't like it, and they say, you know, they look, what is that Norse? Sturly. They look sturly and they don't laugh, or or maybe they laugh, but they don't know how to give themselves an houding. They don't know how to give themselves a posture, or how to compose themselves in that situation, even though they think it's funny. And then you feel alone, if you get what I mean. You're doing the joke, and the other people are just standing there and they don't know what to do. And then what do you do then? You stop. And you go back to normal behavior. Oh well. Yeah, he found it very funny. especially once we stopped with this, you enter the house laughing so hard, which is then also good for my parents, Alzheimer or not. They like that, of course. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm not doing any coding at the moment. I'm going to cook